The gentleman from Tennessee is recognized for 5
I'd like to ask the chair, there is a bill, I presume it's in this committee, that Mr. Conyers and Mr. Jones have filed to insulate and protect the special counsel from being fired without cause, and particular other standards that are in that bill. Is that not relevant for this committee to discuss, and shouldn't that be something that we should look at rather?
Let me just say that I think that the authority of a president of the United States to take actions with regard to personnel is very clear, and the president has also made it clear that he has no intention of firing a special counsel. So I don't agree that
Mr.
that needs
Chair,
to be taken up.
the president has said a lot of, he said he was in favor of Lamar Alexander's bill before he said he was not in favor of Lamar Alexander's bill. The president changed from day to day. The president never declared he wasn't going to fire Comey, but he fired Comey. The president has been encouraged by Steve Bannon and Jim Robertson and the Wall Street Journal to fire Comey. The president responds not with his intellect and what's best politically and the safest thing to do, thinking Lindsey Graham is right that holy hell will be raised if he fires a special prosecutor, but he responds with his personal belief that he has been attacked or threatened in some way. And when somebody comes at him like Mr. Comey did and like Mr. Mueller has, there's a goodly chance he will fire him. But the issue is, what standards should there be to determine whether he should be fired? The president is not the king. We fought a war to see we didn't have a king. The president does not have unlimited powers. And when the president's being investigated by a special counsel established by law to look into charges that he has basically mutilated our democracy, then we should look into that bill that Mr. Conyers has filed, and that should be our first priority. You may not want to interfere with what Mr. Mueller does, and I understand that. And what Mr. Sensenbrenner says about granting immunity, that's all fine and good. But the whole idea of whether he should be fired and under what standards should he be fired, it's not the issue of whether or not you believe Trump's not going to fire him. It's what the law should be if he changes his mind, and for the next president and the next president. So I would ask you to schedule that bill for a hearing.